Do you think it was hard to get started on becoming a VTuber? Mm, I that's a good question. I would say I definitely forked up money, not when I shouldn't have, but I would say like when I didn't need to. I think I just kind of had this notion that it was like, oh, I should get like a model and stuff. And I got one and I started streaming a little bit. I would say nowadays it's definitely not that difficult to start becoming a VTuber because there's so many resources out there. But I would say if you haven't done like streaming at all, or I guess like social media management, it could be a bit overwhelming. But I think that there's a difference between like actively trying to grow your platform versus streaming just for fun. Because I have friends, I mean, they're not VTubers, right? But I have friends who just stream on Twitch for their friends to watch. And they'll only stream to like maybe 5 people, and they're okay with that. They just go on live, and if more people come, then more people come. But I think like with VTubers, because of it's supposed to be anonymous, and sometimes you don't really want to stream to like 0 people. And I think like, at least for me, it could become very numbers heavy. So I think the learning curve of like trying to, at least in my experience, I try to be on par with like I'm very DIY, so I'll make like my own overlays and all of that, and like my own schedule, like even my schedule template I made. And if you've been here for a while, you would have seen that I try to play around with a lot of different templates and stuff. I think that could be, if you think too hard about it and try to do the most, it could definitely be a huge learning curve. But otherwise, if you're just in it to have fun, you don't really care about having all of that like uniqueness and stuff, which you totally don't even need, in my opinion. I would say it's not that hard. You just collect some assets, make a schedule, and go live. I like it as a hobby. I think that's a career. It'd be a lot of fun too. I love, because I used to do social media marketing for my clubs back in university, so I thought that was a lot of fun. I did my internship as a social media intern, and I thought that was pretty cool. I used to do events. I did event planning for my clubs too, and that was always a lot of fun. And I think that's one thing that I noticed recently that I could probably utilize in VTubing. I don't know, just put more plan. I think the mentality that I had at first was just like, oh, I'll choose some games to play and go live, which I think is good for some people, especially if you're pretty entertaining when you're talking. But I think for me, I hope that I could put more effort into it. It helps there are all these free model presets, right? And I think when I started, which must have been 2021, I think it was 2021, like summer 2021. At least I didn't see it. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough, but it certainly isn't as commonplace as it is now, and like all of the free assets. And I think that would definitely help a lot. I think really the main thing is to just go live and try and talk to people on Twitter, and try and promote and stuff. I think the hardest thing that I found for myself, the hardest thing at first was definitely getting comfortable talking into a mic when you're living in the place with other people. Because it can be pretty embarrassing, especially being like, oh, Ni-chan, and Ada-Ada-ing. I think it'd be kind of weird. But I would definitely say it's helped with my confidence and helped with time management too. Some days you're just kind of like, do I really want to stream tonight? I've had a long day at work. But then you go live and then all your worries wash away. Or sometimes when you're playing a game and it's not going how you expected it to go. That could also be kind of hard, but I don't know. It's like different obstacles to overcome. Because it's a different obstacle, something that you don't really face in your everyday life, you kind of grow in a different way too. It's kind of cool, I guess.